Hmm. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, tonight's title is Brooke Logan, the definition of a self-centered narcissist. Oh boy, where do I begin? If you watch this episode, Brooke really shows how much of a dingbat that she is. And two, you didn't have anything to back up your dingbat of a daughter's claim of she didn't do anything wrong, but somehow you want him to just take her word for it and that he should sit there and trust you and side with you over $1 billion company. You must be out your goddamn mind. Now, we got way more to talk about tonight because there was a lot that was going on with all four of the soap operas. And of course, we're going to be talking about General Hospital, Born the Beautiful, Young and Restless, and Days of Our Lives. As you're coming in, make sure you hit the like button because it really does help. Let's do roll call and get this party started. Black Ma is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Danny R is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Jonathan is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Melly Mel, my heart queen is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Okay. Yeah, I usually sit there and start these streams. After I read Black Mom's comment, you show passion on your bold review. I was like, damn, Albert, that was a sex review. Oh well, thank you, Black Mom. Thank you. I appreciate that. Black Mom, you know how I gotta sit there and come in with the passion. I appreciate you noticing that. Francis in the chat, how you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream's in the chat, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good, Black Mom. I had the day off, so I'm very happy. Letitia's in the chat. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Glad you see it, Black Mon. I always appreciate you, my friend. I really do. Every day I appreciate you. So thank you for noticing. Terry Skin says I'm trying to hang in there. That's good. Ron says I'm glad that Aaron let his crooked siblings have it. At least Mark Green told him don't do anything stupid. Well, I'm very happy for you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Cherry Ice Cream. I had the day off, so I was actually very happy, and I had a really good sleep too. And I'm sorry. I hope that your insomnia is doing a little bit better. Let me take this off. And Johnson says, "What'd you think of Days?" I enjoyed it for the most part. It's funny, Jonathan. I actually do have a review that I did for Days. I'm not too sure if I should put it out, but I do actually have a review that I did for Days. I just didn't put it out. I was been very up and down about it. Sean says, I would hope look at Carter muscles. She never did that with Thomas. Yeah, because I mean, Sean, let's be honest. Thomas ain't built like Carter is. Tommy says, why does Sharon go people told her not to go? Yeah, Tommy, I don't really understand why does she insist on going to the funeral? And why did Daniel think, oh well, you shouldn't go to the funeral because I don't want it to be a scene with you and Phyllis, as opposed to you shouldn't go to the funeral because my girl didn't like you. Cherry Screen says it's not. I'm surviving. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Now Francis says I can't take any more of Weeping Willow with Drew. Hope Michael goes full Corinthos on her. Hmm. We gonna talk about that, Francis. We gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that because that was a oh shit moment, right, Francis? When Michael looked at that, he practically was not there looking at research material. Okay, he was furious, and in all reality, he does not have the moral high ground anymore. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna sit there and say this once. I'm gonna sit there and say, yeah, it was. All right, so I'm gonna sit there and say this once. There is 27 people in this chat. There is one of me. So If I miss a comment, do not sit there and get upset. Do not sit there and say I missed your comment because I'm going to miss comments. So either write it again or just, be understanding. Chad is such a douchebag. How could you go and tell EG to release Cap, but Mark can stay behind bars? Wow, that's your take on it? That he's a douchebag? Okay. Um, Francis says, right, he slept with Sasha. Exactly. So he doesn't have the moral high ground anymore. Johnson says, if Michael goes for Corinthos, will Willow go for Reeves? She seems like she probably did at this point. The crying and everything like that. And then, that's another thing, Letitia. Willow is only interesting when she's a cheater. I mean, she doesn't have a history of that, right? Well, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't sit there and say it's weird, Sean. I mean, if you find that somebody's not there cheating on you, are you not going to sit there and look at the video, sit there and see for yourself and in disbelief? Mel says, I got good news that the Wayans brothers, Keenan, Marlon, and Sean, are back on Scary Movie 6 coming back, that they created the franchise. Oh, okay. That's cool. I mean, Scary Movies was never the same once they left, from what people told me. But to be fair, I stopped watching them along the line too. So I think the last parody movie that I watched that I thought was really funny was Not Another Teen Movie. That is the only movie that I can sit there and still laugh and enjoy to this day is Not Another Teen Movie. Johnson says they didn't need to make Mike and Willa interesting by making them cheaters. I mean, yeah, they didn't, but it is what it is. Sean says it would be hilarious if Michael leaked it though. I don't see how, but okay. No, it was good deluxe. No, I think he had a baby cam or whatever, because that room is supposed to be a nursery, and apparently it said it was a detection of motion in there. So that's what wound up happening. Yeah, I think he had like I think that room is like a nursery for like a baby or something. And that wasn't. I don't think that was Drew's room. I could be wrong, but it was good deluxe. Um, but yeah, like I said, Michael and Willow. Well, they're in a sense when it comes to their marriage, they're both shitty people. Okay, they're both shitty people. Yes, Willow is wrong for what she's doing, and Willow is going to be upset with Michael for cheating on her with Sasha, and she should not be able to say a damn thing. Then shit, she should be able to sit there and say. Yeah, Tommy, just going on Young and Restless, I don't really understand why Sharon needed to go to the funeral. I don't get that. I mean, she's literally sitting there trying to argue with Daniel when he was like, I don't think you should go to the funeral. And I'm like, okay, um, well, you shouldn't go to the funeral because you had all sorts of problems with Heather. So she's like, I want to go there to make amends. No, you need to sit there and stay your little crazy ass home. Make sure you're on your goddamn meds. How about doing that? Maybe that's what you should be doing. Summer's dumbass was just saying, "Oh, well, you accusing Daniel of murdering Heather," and I'm like, James is like, I didn't accuse him of anything. The DA did. I'm doing my job, and this is not the time and the place for that. I'm here to support you, and believe it or not, I'm here to support Daniel. So can we just do that? I, I don't see what people see in Summer. If we're going to be honest, I mean, yeah, she's pretty, but like Chick is really obnoxious. Tommy says, "Why is Brooke Logan?" Yeah, because she's a narcissist. Tommy, literally, she is a narcissist and a self-centered woman who is really stupid. On top of that, yeah, I don't. She created the belief formula. She's a chemist, but it's like she's also a moron. What's good, Kevin? Okay, Ron says, "What's your thoughts on Aaron visiting his siblings?" And was like, "This is a family matter," and she's um. I mean, it's okay. I don't really care that much about Aaron, to be honest. So it wasn't a terrible scene. I feel like Aaron's gonna do something stupid and gonna just mess the whole thing up. Who can become a manager at her dad's job? What's good, Freddie? Honestly, tell you, the truth, Carter keeps sitting there talking about, "Whoa, I'm not gonna let them get away with this." Okay, Carter, what are you gonna do with your pretend power? Hmm? Well, Jonathan, if Jada would sit there and have her way, she probably would have got away with it. Jada, this will be the second time that this chick almost got shot with her own gun. You had one job, and it seemed like you couldn't even do that right. All you had to sit there and do was arrest a 7-year-old woman, and you nearly fumbled the ball on that. Maybe being a policewoman is not cut out for you. Well, it was fake, Francis, because it was green screen. It was literally it was really a shitty green screen, to be honest. What's good, Island? Me too, Island. Me too. Listen, Island, when Brooke was like, Hope and Steffi are equal, and Ridge was like, they're not even closely equal. He was like, not even close. Of course, exactly, Jonathan. She shouldn't have answered the phone. I'm like, in what universe does that make sense? You handle any perv, you wouldn't sit there. And Jonathan, it's probably because she was 7 years old and he didn't take hers too seriously. Yes, the Siren. Yeah, we're talking about General Hospital too. We're talking about all four of the soap operas. Yes, yeah, Siren. I mean, Siren. We are talking about General Hospital. You're talking about General Hospital a little bit too. Earlier. Yeah, that's right. Tommy Carr's about to lose his job and and his convertible payments. I love it, Tommy. Um, but yeah, sorry, we're sitting there talking about Willow. You got it. See, right? Okay. Yeah, we were talking about Willow sitting there cheating on Michael again, and then doing her whole whining and crying shit. Oh, Sean, I love the sexy saxophone music. That that shit makes my goddamn day, Sean. Well, it's not even just that she's dangerous, Jonathan. It's just that Jada's an idiot. What's good, Amber? Jada's an idiot. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Jonathan, I'm surprised that she was able to arrest Connie. She was able to arrest Connie. Kevin says Sasha got kidnapped. Who thinks died Carly or Sasha? Hmm? Thank you, Ron. We're going to talk about Gabby and her immature ass in a minute. Violence has definitely worked her way up from the mirror room while Hope was handed a line in high school. She also got back the company for the Foresters. Definitely being equal to Hope is a joke. Yes, and I agree with that. What's good, Tracy Steves? I'm pretty sure I would have, Jonathan, but I think about that all the time when I watch Days of Our Lives, right? And I also think about how much limited time that I had. And if I would have sat there and watched Days, I'm pretty sure I would have missed out all the cool stuff on General Hospital though too. So I'm past. Siren says I'm past that Sam was killed off on GH. Oh, pissed. Hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty over it. Even in my review today, I literally talked about the Sam stuff last. And I know it sounds heartless. Okay, Freddie, I appreciate you just listening in. Um, but yeah, I'm so over it. Like I did not care at all about the Sonny and Dante scene. I didn't care about when Olivia came in. Um, I didn't care about when Olivia came in. I didn't give two flying shits. I mean, yeah, that's true, Jonathan, but I think at the time, Jonathan, I was only watching three soap operas. I was watching General Hospital, Port Charles, and One Night to Live. So I probably would have had to add another soap. I would probably would have had to take away a soap opera, which ironically, after a while, I think I only started watching General Hospital, but I guess in a sense, yes. Mel says I got good news that Jumanji 3 sequel movie. I was not a huge fan of the first one, but that's cool that they're making a part 3 though. Francis says about why hasn't Diane got to see her friend going to see her friend Alexis? That's a good question. I mean, I wouldn't have probably cared about the scene anyway, but that's a really good question though, Francis. I think she's too busy being prepared to break up with Robert. But yes. It was good, Jay Blue. Exactly. Yes, and that's actually a very valid point, Francis. Yeah, why hasn't they actually saw each other? Autumn says Albert Willow is such an idiot. Like, bro, anybody could have walked in that playroom to what they were doing. Michael got a peek at what he and his supposed devoted wife and uncle were doing. Yes, of course, Autumn. You guys have to remember he cheated as well. Tommy says Lily can be at McDonald's flipping burgers for a job. That would be an excellent punishment, Tommy. Johnson says, I understand all you missed during that time was all my children. Yeah. Uh, I don't see Kyrie in the stream. No. Like, I mean, sorry. Siren says, so I have no idea who anyone is on any of the soaps. That's fine. Like I said, we're talking about all the soaps. So we're talking about General Hospital. We're talking about Born and Beautiful. We're talking about General Hospital, Born and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and also Days of Our Lives. So General Hospital is still on the table. Siren, so we're still sitting there talking about it. From Nina to Willow. I don't know how much of an upgrade that actually is. I really don't. You know, it's funny, Jay Blue, because somebody, I think it was, I'm loving it so far, Francis. I didn't see yesterday's episode. I'm going to sit there and probably watch it tomorrow, but I'm loving it so far, Francis. Um, it's a shame it's ending, Francis, but at the same time, at least it's getting an ending. So I hope you're enjoying it though too, Francis. But it's funny, Jay Blue, because I think it was Letitia that was like, Willow's only interesting when she's cheating. Um, I thought she was interesting when she fought off now. Tracy says, how do you see this whole thing with Sasha and Michael playing out? I think they're gonna get back together, Tracy. I think that was the whole reason why they made those two cousins. Because people. Let me tell you something, Tracy. People have been sitting there complaining about Willow and Michael being boring for a while, damn near years. Um, and this was the way to sit there and fix it. But see, that's the problem, though, right, Tracy? Because they gave him a fix. They wound up breaking up Cody and Sasha so Sasha could sit there and be with Michael. But now people are complaining because they retcon stuff and made them cousins. It's like Tracy, it's like they gave people what they wanted in a sense, and people are still not happy. I love it. I love it. Exactly, Francis. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to watching on a week. Well, I hope it doesn't come to the weekend, but I'll definitely be watching it before the next episode comes out. Johnson says, I never really had a problem with Michael and Willow. Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Well, I don't really care about couples, Jonathan, but like, I didn't think that they were really that interesting. I know a lot. I know a lot of people felt that way. It's like the minute that he got with Willow, it's like everything just went downhill. Um, and people only generally liked him with Sasha because usually his girlfriends get killed off. Oh, and Siren actually, I like Mike and Willow. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, but it's Tracy. It's a little bit more than that. I've literally sat there and seen people's reaction towards it, and it's been harsh and visceral. Um, thank you, Francis. Yes, hit that like button. Hit that like button. We got 32 people in the chat. I'm gonna sit there and want to hit the like button myself and want up cheating. So hit the like button. It gets more people into the stream. We got Siren into the stream because of that. Sean says our Cody only option now is Christina. Well, maybe. Have a night, have a night, Siren. Kevin says I want Michael and Sasha get married. Mel says I got good news. The Orphan 3 horror movie got greenlit by Dark Castle. Isabella as Esther's returning, and I saw Orphan the first kill. I never actually saw that movie, but I've heard of horror. I heard of horror stories that was like it. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, make sure you hit that like button because it really does actually help. What's good, Lisa Clapp? It's good to see you again. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. I always appreciate your support. Ron says, I don't give an F about Ray's proposal to Jada because he can't keep a woman for long. He's always rushing to be in a relationship. That's what I heard. Thank you, Lisa Clapp. I appreciate you. Emma said that was the play. Okay, so it was a playroom. But I mean, the point is, like, he apparently has access to like anything that goes on in that house. He has an app on his phone for that too. So, Brooke, Monique says Brooklyn and her Mediterranean green voice. Oh, Brooke and her Mediterranean gray voice to Rish chose me to love me. Choose me to love me. Yeah, a narcissist. Deluxe says, do you think Drew will receive backlash from Sonny and Jason? Yeah, but he really shouldn't, though, because his son, Michael, is just as guilty, and this is the problem. So, like, okay, Harley's going to sit there and go hard at Willow. Nina's going to go hard at Michael. And both of them are going to be wrong. Both of them. Let me hit the goddamn like button right now. Let me hit that goddamn like button. Also, while you're at it, become a member too. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in the member streams. Oh, Monique. Oh, that was Monique. Let me tell you something. That was classic. We were just talking about that too. Oh, wink, wink. Yes, motion detector. We were just talking about that too, Monique. Oh, they're equal. Yeah. Even Rich was like, yo, they're not even close to being equal. Okay. Okay, cool. So we got 19 likes and we got 36 people in the chat. So we're somewhere with it. We're good. We're going along. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button and become a member too. We do actually have a lot of fun. That's good, Mel. My dad will be happy. He watches Stranger Things. Jay Blue says, I was assumed by some of the Jays fans saying my eyes, when Drew and Willow were at it. Listen, it was Jay Blue, let me tell you something. It was a very sexy, hot, and passionate scene. You know? You can tell that Willow wanted to sit there and rip off those goddamn clothes. Let me tell you something. She looked at that man like she was ready to climb the goddamn tree. Uh, DC's in the chat. So I haven't seen Tuesday's GAs till today, so I take back my comment about Willow making mistakes. I didn't know she slept with him. uh, well, it's understandable, DC. And I'll get to your question in 1 second, Island. Francis is over, why does Brooke think Forrester is Holt's legacy too? Because she's a dingbat. And the thing is, Francis, I understand that the Logans have, here's the thing, Francis, I get that the Logans have actually contributed to Forrester Creations. But it's called Forrester Creations for a reason, though. That's the problem, Francis. Yes, the Forrest, yes, Hope helped that company along, just like Brooke did. So their work shouldn't be dismissed. But Brooke has taken it way too far. Island says, which couple is more gross, Drew and Willow or Hope and Carter? Actually, Island, I'm loving both couples. Island, let me tell you something. I'm loving both couples. Okay? Hope and Carter are sexy as fire. And Drew and Willow, that's just good loving in the afternoon. So, Island, Tommy says the Logans need to start their own company. Here, here. Johnson says, who do you think is going to rescue Sasha? I hope it's not going to be. I hope I can hope it's not going to be Carly. This man is an imposter. No, here comes DC. Hey, Chad, do you think that DC's drinking tonight? Wink says, when Carter said Forrester's was host birthright, I said, are you out of your mind? Thank you, Wink. The truest comment that I've seen so far. Jay Blue said, Drew just like being on the floor. Well, apparently Willow does too. What's good, Duane? Hello, talk about a Karen Brooke Logan. Sean says Willow will forgive Drew because Nina seduced him first. We'll see. Ron says, I disagree with you. What has Hope done for Force of Creation? Um, Hope for the Future has made them a lot of money. What are you talking about, Ron? Hope for the Future has made them a lot of money. And a lot of money for years. Yeah. Fashion's coming, fashion trend come and go. But Hope actually has contributed to that. Tracy says Albert and his good loving in the afternoon. Absolutely, Tracy. I'm a huge fan of Loving in the Afternoon, Tracy, for obvious reasons, but yes. And Jay Blue, yes, I want Sasha to rescue herself using the Holly's con skills. Yes, Tracy, I am a huge Loving in the Afternoon man. I mean, that's true. That's true, Island. But I mean, she did direct stuff and stuff. I mean, my point is, Island. I feel like she did contribute to the company, and that should not sit there and be dismissed. Just like Brooke has sit there and contribute to the company, and that shouldn't be dismissed. The problem is, Island. No, she don't deserve to sit there, and it's not her legacy's right or anything like that. Like Island, yeah, Brooke went too far, but let's not discount her work. Al says I got good news that Harry the Car movie is coming Friday, November 8th, and I watched the trailer. Harry the Car movie. Okay, I'll take a look at it. What's good, Justin? Sean says Test should have been at the funeral for Daniel. I don't know how that would have. What's good, Lashanta? I don't know how that would have looked for Mariah. Gorgeous goddess Jess. What's good, Jess? Justin says the quote from the 1976 movie Network. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this shit anymore because okay, yeah, we're not doing that tonight. Um, what's good, Allison? How are you doing? That's right, the lovely goddess Jess is in the chat. So it's good to see you. What's good, Allison? Lisa says Sharon should have kept her butt home. Absolutely. And I totally agree with that. I told Lisa I 100% agree with that. She kept talking about, oh, I want to go to sit there and be supportive. I want to go to pay my respects. Okay, you can sit there and you can pray. That's how you're gonna sit there and show your respects. Your ass don't need to be there. Exactly. Thank you, Wink. Sharon should have stayed her ass at home. Shit. Shit, nobody needs your crazy ass there in the first place. Now, Jess says Willow has no respect for Michael. Why would she hug? Oh, I totally forgot about that. Thank you, Jess. Why would she hug that man, then go upstairs with him to tuck in his daughter? Actually, Justin, I think you read that wrong. Lisa Clark is not on Sharon's side. So, like, oh, why are you siding with that nutcase? I don't think that's what that is, Justin. You might want to sit there and read that again. Because that's not what she said. Sean says I was sharing killing Heather was the most unexpected moment of Y and Artist history. Hmm. Just as Michael is better than me, that's all I was saying. Hmm. We can agree to disagree on that, Justin. I mean, we could definitely. Don't get me wrong. Phyllis has her moments. I will sit there and say that much. But oh, gorgeous Queen Janet is in the chat. What's good, my queen? Now, Tommy says, Jessica Love, can I buy you a coffee to give Young and Restless another try? Well, Jess, can he sit there and buy you a coffee to give the Young and Restless a try? And to be fair, it's actually decent right now. I will sit there and tell you that much. Oh, Jess, yeah, we were talking about that earlier, but I think Tommy's question is actually important. Francis says, why isn't anyone other than Phyllis suspect? Yes. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. Oh, god damn. Okay, Jess. Well, that answers that. Again, Jess, I'm just saying it's actually kind of decent right now. I don't remember Heather's card disappearing, but okay. But yes, Francis, I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about that shit for yes, Wink. Just is something else. Janice says, I thought the Drew and Willow hookup was better than the Bowles hookup. Hmm. I thought they were both pretty sexy. I thought they were both pretty sexy, but you know what it is, Janet? I'm gonna be honest. I feel that Carter could wind up breaking Hope if he's not careful. Seriously, like Carter's kind of a big guy right there, and Hope is. I'm just saying, like when they get worked up, they can wind up breaking things or people. Just did Carter really say that? Yeah, he actually said that he loved Hope. Yeah, yeah, he just straight up said, "I love you," and then towards the end, she was like, "I love you too," and then they played the sexy saxophone music, which I laughed. I had a really good laugh. Oops. Well, Jess, you have to understand that Hope is a succubus, right? So anytime somebody can do something good for Hope, like help her with a line, give her a certain level of confidence and reassurance, pretty much kind of blow up her ego, she'll be happy. She'll be as happy as a clam. Doesn't take much to sit there and really get her going. And yes, Francis says, "Did you?" No, oh no, Francis. If I drop my wine, my face would be a lot different, a whole lot different. Sean says, "Avocado is more entertaining than Fenn." Yes, that's true. That's true, Sean. Lashanta says, "Host line. She just in love with Thomas." Just as I thought Liam was trying to get back right, he still is. No, Jess, he still is. That's still a thing. Johnson says, what did Clyde say to Chad? They didn't actually say. But whatever it was, he wanted to trade, and it probably has something to do with Catherine getting out of jail. Oh no, like I said, Francis, if yeah, my I would have had a much disappointed look on my face. Island says, see, that's why I can't stand her. She definitely toyed with Thomas' emotions. She only told Thomas that she loved him when he was breaking up with her. Yeah, when he was sitting there blowing out her back, yes. Ron says, why was Gabby upset with Egypt? Because she's an immature. She has the maturity range of a 16-year-old little girl, Ron. That's the truth of the matter. She really does. She blamed E. Like I said, I actually wound up doing a review on it. I just didn't put it out because I knew that my General Hospital reviews. See, this is chat. This is why I love Jess. This is why I love Jess. Yuan says, "Show us the face you would make if you dropped the wine." Trust me, it would not be pretty. It would not be pretty. Jess says 500 to get me to start watching YNR. I'm not gonna lie. Part 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 of okay, Jonathan. I'm gonna do that after the stream. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan, because I actually did spend some time doing it too, so I will after the stream. Part of me really wants to see this shit. Love what? Yeah, Jonathan, I did actually put in some work into that too. So listen, Tommy, I am actually kind of selling it. Okay, it is actually kind of decent right now. I would sit there and say this is the time to sit there and watch it. We're gonna be honest. And you know me, it's kind of hard to sit there and sell Y&R, but some of the stories that they got going on are pretty interesting, and I'm very curious to sit there and see um Nate's half brother and everything, because he seems like he's going to be somewhat of a bad boy. And let's be honest, Y&R does need some diversity. So I'm just saying. Ron says, "Why did you say that Aaron might end up doing something stupid because his brother? Because he's a kid. Okay, he's a teenager. He's a hot-blooded teenager. Okay, and he's emotional right now. So being a hot-blooded teenager that's emotional never ends well. That's why, Ron. So the nanny cam hooked up to Michael's phone in the nursery. Apps, yeah. So he was pretty much watching some research material. Like I said, Lashanta, when you see that initial hookup, it's she looks right in that man's eyes like she can't wait to sit there and climb on a giant ass mountain. And the thing is, for instance, she wasn't drunk. This wasn't fireworks going or anything like that. Freddie says Albert, Nina, and Willow better get tested at GH to make sure they haven't contracted. Okay. All right. Oh, shit. I'm not going to lie, Jess. I actually kind of forgot about her, too. I'm still kind of curious to sit there and see about that offer. I know for damn sure that Jess will sit there and watch it at that point. Um, because I don't think that she can handle it right now, Ron. Jess says, but she doesn't even stay in that mansion, so I'm a little confused. I'm gonna be honest, Jess. I think that the hot and sexy scene between Drew and Willow was supposed to distract people. Lash- Lashanta says, I agree with Isaiah about Portia. Okay, you know what, Lashanta, I actually disagree with that. As much as I don't like Portia, I think that that was out of pocket for Isaiah to sit there and accuse Portia of trying to find an scapegoat. That is literally Portia's job. And given the circumstances around Sam's death, any chief of staff would have been sitting there asking, was it a mistake? Was it, was it a lot of pressure? Something happened. And it's her job to sit there and find out, not just because it's her job, but because she's a mother. So, yeah, as much as I don't like, Ron, the audience don't want that. That's the problem. I don't really understand. The audience don't want that. Sean says Albert Nate got sideline for Cole. I can see that. Sean, I can actually see that too. No, it wasn't. She wanted. Okay, well, we can agree to disagree on that. We can agree to disagree on that, Lashanta. Like I said, I don't normally. What? I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. What? What did Jess say? Jess said that's exactly what Portia wanted to do. Yes. If you're a chief of staff, you tell me you wouldn't be asking these questions. Seriously, Jess, if you were chief of staff or a manager at any job and something happened, you telling me you wouldn't be sent to ask those questions? Especially for such an unorthodox Surgery? I'm really kind of waiting for that answer. I mean, come on, Jess. I mean, I'm not a fan of Porsche either, but ah, gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. It was Portia's job to not mess with patients' blood work, but she did that anyway. So good for a new doc. Do not trust her. Thank you. I'm gonna get to you in a minute, Cat Lady. Just as feels like she was looking to blame someone specifically. That's not the question I asked you though. If you're in that position, you telling me you wouldn't be asking the same questions that Portia asked? Ireland said Drew is the E-Bang of GH. E-Bang is an African politician that has relations with anyone he works with. His wife, Rose plus Drew, dated Willow's. Okay. I mean, I get that people don't like Drew Island. I do, but let's not sit there and try to act like Willow's any better because she's not. Francis says, Albert, if someone kills Sam, how could it cause her to have a heart attack, poison, injection? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You're correct, Francis. It doesn't matter what the audience wants, it's what the writers decide. The fans don't make the good decisions. Okay. You, Jess says no because she is trying to pin it on someone. What do you mean no? That doesn't that doesn't make any sense. So Jess, you sit there saying that you wouldn't be asking those type of questions? If you was chief of staff, you would just be like, oh well, a death is a death. Oh well. Are you serious? You just I'm trying to understand your train of thought, Jess. Sean says Robert is it's still a day after Sam's death. Cheers is gone. I'm not even too sure, Sean. That's a really good question. That's the problem, Sean. Sometimes it's like you just don't know. Just as I would have them do an autopsy, obviously. Okay. But you would you have okay, I can see we already starting off in bad kitty mode. But just you wouldn't have been sitting there asking questions like a boss, a chief of staff, or anybody in a position of power would be sitting there doing. Seriously, I'm kind of dumbfounded at this point. Just says no, I would have waited for the autopsy before I started looking for blame. Okay, all right. Juanita, some people have. Yes, that's true. Okay, Jess, that's I don't know about the looking for blame part, but okay, I can understand that, Jess. The problem is, Jess, is that sometimes that stuff does take weeks to actually do. And right now, you got to sit there and hit the ground running. Kelly says, why would, as a boss, ask the new doctor anything when he wasn't even in the damn room? Trying to get his assessment, but okay, that's okay. That's kind of a fair point. Hmm. Okay, all right. You got a point. You got a point, guy lady. And what's a good one is damn. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you in this chat. It's good to see you again. Damn. Ron said, what was on your mind when Gabby telling EJ to leave? I was sitting there thinking that she's an immature 16-year-old little brat. That's what I was sitting there thinking, Ron. Is that she annoyed me? And I'm actually going to put out my review. Damn, it's been a hot minute though. How have you been? I was sitting there thinking that she was an immature little brat. And she was all over the place. And honestly, tell you the truth, accountability is like kryptonite to her. And what's good, Sean? Sean says, I've been everyone. Isaiah needs a good story. Where's Jordan? I don't think that Jordan could sit there and make her a better story, but oh, sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hmm? I miss seeing you in the chat, and I hope that you're starting to do a little bit better. Well, I mean, I know you're here, so okay, cat lady and Jess, we're gonna play this game, Jess or cat lady. Whose fault would it be? Me, 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 me. Ah, maybe I'll blame Jess tonight. I'll give cat lady a break for tonight. Yeah, that seems about right. I'll give you a break, cat lady. Jess says, "Wow, wow to what? You don't even know what I said. You don't. I don't think you have an idea what I said. I'm just saying, Francis." Johnson says, I guess Gabby blamed AJ because him prosecuting her in a way started her mess. Yeah, I mean, I can understand the psychological. I can understand I guess we'll call it string theory, but it's so like you say you were gonna blame me. Oh, I love this woman. All right, Callie says, "Oh, you can blame me because I have beef with you, and you're calm you're gonna leave today." So chat, so no. Callie says, "So chat today is Aber's fault." Wow, I didn't think that you heard what I said, Jess. That's why. Sean says Dex said he would stop Heather, and she just leaves. Yeah, but that was so long ago. I felt like that was like a couple of weeks ago. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Leo. I was too busy sitting there thinking like, why the hell? I can't find a goddamn comment. And you put out so many shorts that okay. Sean says, yeah, I think they forgot Jagger's exit. It's probably for the best, Sean. That shit was probably for the best, if we're gonna be honest. Pele says, little Little Hot Pocket got what she's been wanting from us. Now she was happy with it. Damn, cat lady. I wrote a comment in one of your videos, but you have so many shorts. I can't even. Okay, I'll get to it later. No, my I think my better question is why did Carly go to Jack Brennan as opposed to going to Sonny and Jason? Sean says Albert the Heather story was a rewrite. She was supposed to stay in town, but she will be back. Hmm. What'd you hear was a rewrite, Sean? I know, and that's the thing though, Kylie. I'm simply trying to find it, but I couldn't find it so far though. It was good, Daniel. Carter is in high scent mode. Hey, listen, you know the rule. If she's hot, then you can scent for her. That's the rule. That's the rule. Because Sonny and Jason can't help with this, and they are dealing with. Well, I'm sorry. Did she really just sass me for a hot minute? I mean, no, I get that, Jonathan, but it seems more like. Well, first of all, Jonathan, I'm gonna sit there and answer that question. I get that. I get the reason for it, but it felt very extra. It felt like we wanted to sit there and just find a reason to have Brendan more in the scene. And yeah, Cat Lady, I get that too. But of course, Cat Lady can't just sit. Exactly, Jess. She doesn't just sit there and give me an answer. She got to give me an answer with a bit of sass in it. Cat Lady, you are something else. I'm sorry, Bad Kitty, you are something else. It's all right in my book, Allison. What's good, me, Kyle? Damn, it's been a hot minute. Carly said that, but like, you don't listen. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. The level of sass on this woman is incredible. Oh, friends, yeah, apparently she is bringing it tonight. So odd, though. See, I'm used to Jess. I'm used to Jess and her sass. Kelly, not used to that. Kelly says that Kool-Aid is going to his ears as well. Wow. I love it. Apparently, Cat Lady is a diva and she's sassy. Hmm. Well, she is hot, so. Sean says because it didn't make sense that the actor that played her son would leave that quick. Okay, so this is just a speculation, just a guess. Okay. All right, just a theory. I got it. I mean, Sean, you'd be surprised at how many times that they do last minute changes and rewrites and stuff. I mean, like, Sean, like this whole Cody and Sasha being cousins. I've read that that was a last minute decision as well. So, okay. Now, so I gotta sit there and say, let me check some out. Let's see. Okay. I don't know, Sean. I mean, I don't know, Daniel. It's been pretty good so far. It's been pretty good so far, and I'm critical of all the shows. So when the show starts to sink, I'll be the first person to sit there and voice it. Now, Kylie says, I thought Michael head was going to pop off today. LOL, he was big cat. He was big cape man. I think what it really comes down to is that maybe on a subconscious level, you kind of realize that he doesn't have the moral high ground. See, before this whole him deciding to sleep with Sasha, the fans was mostly on his side. The minute he decided, "Have a night, Francis. It was really great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you next one." But after that, because it did look like he was about to sit there and like break the phone. I'm like, bro, you might want to sit there and calm down a little bit, bro. Like, you want to sit there bumping and grinding with your old ex. Yes, I mean that's true. That's true, J Bloom. Cat Lady says Michael is about to show his behind. Yeah. And apparently some people are still siding with him. Jess says, I'm tired of Willow saying how much she loves Michael and her family. Especially after she just sat there and rolled on the ground, on the floor, on the floor with Michael. Oh, turn off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, it's subconsciously Michael knows and get that lick back and subconsciously Michael knows. Yes, Daniel. Sean says I heard in daytime and actors would be in makeup and they get new scripts and have to memorize. That's true, Sean. Yes, that's actually very true, Sean. Alicia still, yep, still liking the noodles and the wine. That's true, Alicia. It's good to see you. Kelly says, "Don't act like you don't like to make pancakes on the floor. Don't act like you don't like to make pancakes on the floor." Well, cat lady, what I would like is for somebody else to sit there and make me pancakes, particularly ancient mama pancakes. Just saying. That's yes. Thank you, J Blue. J Blue says, "I'm tired of Willow saying that this can never happen again. She needs a new line." Yeah. Well, I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at Adam Daniel. I mean, certain. Well, yeah. I mean, we don't have to be cavemen about it. Yes. I mean, there's some wild shit though right there though. Like they literally sat there and just did it on the floor. That comments for Jess and Cat Lady. Seriously, Mika, like they just literally sat there and rolled on the ground like a bunch of animals. Blackmore says you mean dropping your pancakes to the floor when you're doing a pole dance. Oh, Blackman. You're something else, my friend. Allison says, at least they didn't use the kids' furniture. Well, not yet. Not yet. But I'm not gonna lie. When Jess said that, I totally forgot about that in my review. That she sat there and hugged this man. I mean, my whole thing is like, you could have said, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry, my condolences for Sam and everything." You didn't have to sit there. You didn't have to sit there and hug him. You did that, and you saw the look on Michael's face. But the problem is that we can't sit there and root for Michael either. Elisa said, "I once had sex in a." I'm sorry, what? Elisa said, "I want to have sex in a park at night." Huh. I mean, Alicia, what was it? Was it the thought of you could be caught, so it just made it more better? Like you were at risk of being caught? Cat Lady says, nah, I'm Team Michael, but they're both are cheaters, though. How are we picking sides? Wayne said, what's really disgusting to me was Drew kissing Willow wedding ring before they did it, and Willow allowing that to happen. But was it that though, Alicia? Was it the thrill of like, oh, I could be? Kelly says yes, in the park on the grass and the wet rain was the best. Hmm, okay. Johnson says today was another episode of Cheater, Cheater, You're a Cheater. Really? At least I didn't plan it. I got bugs under my skin. Oof. Oh, okay. All right. So it was spontaneous. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Black Mom says Lorraine doing it was the best. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Black Mom. Black Mom's a wild man. Okay. Elisa said never did it again. Hmm. I don't blame you after that. Kelly says, well, Willow made a move first, so I'm Team Michael. Okay. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Mm-mm-mm. That's okay. Wow. Alice says mine was at a park too in the car. Spontaneous, probably, Allison. Lisa says they all cheat. Yes, thank you, Lisa. They all cheated and lied. So yes, Team None is is the best position in this series. Jay Blue says after a year of crying for Willow's life, Michael will eventually have to let her go. The poor kids. Yes, and Jay Blue, that is actually very correct. Deluxe says, is this what we're doing tonight? Well, apparently we're doing a lot of things, Deluxe. Wilson says that was my first time many years ago. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Allison. That's being adventurous. I can support that. Yes, Jay Bloom. Alicia said I went to my doctor because I had these wells and he asked me had I been outdoors for a while. I said yes. He said I had, oh. Daniel says low key Chase got the last laugh. Very true, Daniel. Johnson says I remember Soap made a promo for the soaps and it's called Cheetah. Cheetah the Cheater. Hmm. I mean, you have a good memory. Link says never in the car again. You don't know the fear until a cop knocks on your window while doing that. Never knew cops patrol parks at night. Ooh, talk about a buzzkill. I think that's probably like the ultimate. Well, that's the second ultimate buzzkill. We all know what the first one is. B Cop says, I see Sasha and Michael having a child together. Just like his daddy, huh? Just like his daddy, Sonny. Kelly says, I would say never a car again because my head got stuck. What? Kelly says, I would say never again because my head got stuck. And yes, we had cops once too. Blackmon says, what was your most adventurous place? A nightclub. Blackmon, it was a nightclub. It was fun, but I did not see that coming. Yeah, yeah, nightclub. Alicia says I've done it in a car. I've done it in a car at Drive Sense. Yeah, Blackmon. Oh, once. Never since. Daniel says Sasha gonna have Mikey baby while Willow has troops. Oh, that's Daniel, that sounds so soapy. I'm here for it. Fun times, Blackmon. Fun times. Johnson says I think people are getting ahead of themselves when it comes to Michael and Sasha. That's true. But I also think it's more Mikov says, what did you start in the chat? Mikov, I didn't start shit. Yeah, I did not start shit. Freddie says, I with my friend and his girlfriend did it on top of a car at night while it was raining. That sounds like a lot of fun, Freddie. Freddie, that sounds like a lot of fun. Train tracks and movie theaters. Oh my. Train tracks and movie theaters. I don't know, maybe I actually did start this. No, I didn't start this. Daniel says need more brown skinned folks on Jay's tied to Portia, Curtis, and Trina. Hmm. I've said that, Daniel. I've said that before. It's a thing I will sit there and say, and I'm just going to leave it at this. I think it needs to be somebody else other than Trina. Like Trina is in a league of her own, and maybe they do need another. Maybe they. Okay, there's no maybe, but they do need another young adult of color like Trina. This way, everything is not on Trina's shoulders. Blackmon says we are all adults. Yes, we are all adults. That's actually very true. Elise said, don't try it in the pool, guys. Just can't hold up. I think there's a whole lot of other reasons not to go at a not to do it in a pool. Alicia, I think that's one of many. That is literally one of many. Have a good night, Island. Lux, yes, she is. Yes, she is. But that's the truth though, Jay Blue. Because when they have scenes with Trina, which they don't have too often, everything's relying on Trina. And I felt like if they brought in another woman of color, have a night, Jay Blue. If they had another woman of color, it wouldn't be so black mind. It is human. And life is too short, black mind, to sit there and deny them. That's the truth of the matter, black mind. Life is too short to deny them. And with all the crazy shit that goes on, Johnson says soon we're going to have to see Trina, New Mankind. Not soon enough, though, right, Jonathan? Yeah, see, that's yes. I thought about that a couple of days ago because every time we see Trina, it's like, okay, it's Trina, and then it's like, and I know people. You know, let me not even sit there and get into that. I'll leave that stuff for James, but I just don't think that everything should be put on her shoulders. Alicia says, How the hell did Clyde Weston escape?" It does come across as very cartoonish, though, right, Alicia? You still have to think about it. It comes across as cartoonish as shit. And you know, another problem with Alicia is that days days need new villains. And I don't mean goofy ass villains like Connie who just starts to get annoying. I mean they need actual villains. And I don't mean morally gray villains like Kristen who decides to do something or Xander that decides to do something. I mean actual villains with no redeeming qualities. And the best we get sometimes, Alicia, is Vivian Alamane, who is in her damn near 80s. What the Yeah, is that Alicia says, and he calls Chad from the same effing park. Yes. Yeah, Alicia, I'm going to sit there and talk about that. Oh, hmm. Oh, oh, there you go. Daniel says, who's going to top Stefano DiMero, though? No one. No one there, because he was in a league of his own. That's the thing. It's like, Daniel, it's like Ace Buchanan on One Life to Live. It's just not going to happen. Sean says, right about Trina Albert, but she's popular with her fan base. I mean, that's true, but they can use somebody else, though. It doesn't, Sean, the point is that it doesn't, everything shouldn't sit there and rely on Trina to sit there and be the young woman of color's voice. That's what it comes down to. Alicia said, yeah, Jada hit the old lady in the head. Let me tell you something, Alicia. I knew she was going to fumble the ball. I knew she was going to fumble the ball because she's not really a good officer. She had one job, Alicia. You couldn't sit there and take in a 70-year-old woman. What the Freddie says, I don't understand why, in order to have Trina's storyline, a man has to be involved. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to this character. Nothing against the actor, but Trina needs her own story. Freddie, you know, we can all sit there and say that. On a lot of levels, that could be true, Freddie. Let's just be honest. It is what it is, right? So they could have gave her a storyline a long time ago. They chose not to. I think at this point, Freddie, it's better for him to get. I think at this point, Freddie, it's better for them to give her a story with a man than for her to give her no story at all. So that's the truth of the matter. It is what it is. You may not agree with it. I don't agree with it. But yes, that's the thing. It is what it is. You just have to sit there and accept it. Because the powers that be is always going to be the powers that be, Freddie. I mean, Freddie, remember, Geo, and this is just a fan thing. Geo, what's good, last day? You ready to cook? Are you ready to cook, my friend? Geo was brought in to give Trina a story, and that shit didn't happen. But Trina should have had a story way before then. So, like, last day, Carter and Hope hooked up, and they said that they love each other out of nowhere. But, you know, Hope is a succubus. So, Alicia said Jada should not be commissioner. Having a relationship with Rafe is crazy. A human relations nightmare. Uh, okay, Sean. I mean, that's your opinion, and I respect it. Um, yes, Alicia. In a sense, yes. I didn't see that, Sean, but I know some people did, though. I don't know. I guess I kind of missed that a little bit. Oh, I remember that too back in the day, Daniel. And this is when Laura Wright took over too. Yeah, Daniel. Unfortunately, some people are still very old school, simple minded, whatever you want to sit there and call it. He's not wrong, Sean, but lastly says Carter, I hope I love you. It started a month ago and it's already love. Come on, that's ridiculous, even for a soap opera. Hope said today, I feel alone. I've been watching a show for 13 years that has never once been something in her character. Yep. Um, last day she tends to play victim a lot, and that's the shit that really bothers people. Elisa said Trina needs to have a relationship or she will become irrelevant. Hmm. I can see merit in that, Alicia, but I can also sit there and see like, I mean, let's be honest, Alicia. The sad fact is that if she has to have a relationship to sit there and be to have any merit, then they're just not writing for the character. But I can see the points that you're trying to make too. I feel for her. She deserves better, like a better gig, maybe Hollywood movies or prime time. No, yeah, but Freddie, that's always the eternal question, right? We hope, but it falls on deaf ears, Freddie. That's the truth of the matter, right? Lisa, I forgot to add that Jada was sloppy and turning her back. Well, you want her to become a nun? No, no, no. I get what you're saying. And just to go back to the first one, Alicia, she underestimated her, and it was just stupid. And but that's the thing, though, Lisa. Like, I can agree with you in a sense. Like, yeah, having a relationship, having some sort of chemistry, getting a good story with somebody else, having her play off of the other character, like she did with Spencer, has definitely worked in her favor. So no, Alicia, I do agree with you in a sense, in a large sense. But I'm also just like, Alicia, it just Maybe it's just the optimist in me. It's like your character should not just survive just because they're in a relationship. I mean, let's be honest, Alicia. There's right now. Carly's not in a relationship. Carly's not in a relationship. They're writing great. They're writing great for Carly. Okay, you know, never mind. I take that back. She has something going on with Brendan. Okay, all right. Well, I just started a theory and shut that shit down really fast. And he says, nah, they need Quinn to pop back on the Ball and the Beautiful with Carter. Kid, now that will be funny. Oh, she's too busy sitting there wasting her time on General Hospital. Think about something smart like that. Well, Ball and the Beautiful pretty much kind of kicked it to the curb, so. Latte also finished Steffi are the most boring couple ever. I don't know if this is how married people act, but if so, I don't want to get married because I don't want. Well, I mean, last day, let's be honest. You should never sit there and base any sort of facts on a soap opera. That's the number one part about that comment. Let's just kind of get rid of that shit. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Um, Last day, what it really comes down to, which with Finn and Steffi, is that they're both good-looking, hot people. That's why they're together like that, and also to stop the merry-go-round. So um, that's just my 2 cents on that. Don't rely on the soap opera or anything else to sit there and depict real life. You know, Alicia, I'm not even gonna sit there and disagree with you on that. Johnson said the actress who played Quinn and Lois moved to New York. So yes, that's not even gonna happen. Thank you, John. See, this is exactly the reason why he is my Michael Bolton to my Victor Newman. Leslie says definitely comes with a fake. I'm sorry, but I believe people can fight even if you love each other. But these two is it is love you and everything is great. Everything is great. Puppies and unicorns. I mean, you know, the problem is. Thank you, Jonathan. That's why you're my guy. Um, I mean, they have fought before, but usually when they fought, it's usually been something stupid with Steffi. I mean, I guess, yeah, Freddie. I mean, it was good that Olivia was there. So yes, it was good that Olivia was there. I just generally don't care. That's the problem. That's the problem, Freddie. Yes. And to be fair, she should have probably been there, even if it was off screen. So I get that part. I just don't give two flying shits about Sam's death anymore. I really don't. Oh, dang, you know, you're not crazy. I want to sit there and see your other kids. Then you mostly because, let's be honest, she constantly sits there and um I know, Alicia, she's coming back as Teresa, Alicia. But it's to end her run, which I'm very happy about. But no, Daniel, I would want her to come back because I'm tired of her obsessing over Fenton. But Alicia, from what I heard, and I'm not sure this is, but Emily O'Brien is also supposed to come back as Gwen too. Charlene says Brooke should kick Riz to the curb and get back with Bill and start a fashion line house with Hope and Carter and destroy Steffi Ridge and force the creation. Okay, Charlene is coming in strong. And Cat Lady says make sure to hit the dislike button, folks. Albert says thanks. Oh, Cat Lady, you are something else. I love this woman, by the way. I do. I love Cat Lady, especially when she's in bad kitty mode. Ugh, you are one of a kind, love. I don't know if that would be appropriate, Sean. I don't know if that would be appropriate. That, that kitty is so sassy. And she's so hot. Mm-mm-mm. Freddie says, I know Albert, but that's life. But I get what you're saying, though. You know, it's funny, Jonathan, because people have actually said that. Police said, I'm a cat lady, too. Are you now? Okay. I have so many thoughts that's going through my head right now. So, um, but Jonathan, somebody else actually in the comment section when I did my review said the same thing, and I don't remember who said it, but listen, I would listen when it came towards Brooke and Ridge. I was standing with Ridge, and Ridge has annoyed me, pissed me off lately. Um, when he sat there and said, you know, the difference between because Brooke was like, oh yeah, Hope and Steffi are equal. Well, if that was the case, then Hope would have been fired. So, like, for the fact that you sat there and said that these two girls are equal, which they are not in any shape, way, or form. So, Daniel, you think that Sally should come back to the Bold and the Beautiful? I think that Sheila should probably go to Young and the Restless for a little bit. I mean, her granddaughter was in a lot of pain and she was nowhere to be found. Lastly, it says B&B has no continuity. Stuff just happens. They only bring up stuff if it's relevant to what kind of story they trying to tell. Actions have consequences. Yes, exactly. Hope's actions have consequences. And yet this stupid bobblehead sister thinks that she is entitled to shit. Her bobbleheaded mom also thinks that she's entitled to shit, which she is not. Goddamn bobbleheads, I'm telling you. Alicia says my cat's name is T Sizzle. When she's bad, I call her T T Diddy. You know, it's actually really just on a side note, Alicia. One of my favorite CSI shows is CSI Miami, and they had like old reruns playing. And one of the episodes was when Diddy was on the show. Yeah, he was on a couple of episodes of CSI Miami, and they played it today. And I'm just like, man, I don't know if this shit is aging well. And he played a lawyer. Okay, he played a lawyer, and this was years ago. But I'm like, yeah, this is not aging well for so many reasons. Charlene says Rich and Steffi are not Forrest says they're. Yep, that's true. Yet they'll sit there and claim that shit like a mother, though. Charlene. And last day, that comment is for you, my friend. Daniel says, like mother, like daughter, just ask Olivia. Alicia says he needs a lawyer now, big time. Alicia, are you volunteering? But Jonathan, which one are you more? Which one are you hoping for more now? I love it, Alicia. In big, bold, capital letters. Lastly, says, I don't like Hope. I also don't like Steffi. Steffi is so concerned about Hope destroying her marriage. Maybe she should look at her own marriage if she's that untrustworthy of her husband. Uh, I mean, calculate if he goes to another country where there's no extradition, that's what could sit there and save him. I mean, that's if he gets bond. If he gets bail, otherwise we're all let on for nothing. Yeah, that's true. Last day. I mean, that's true. Jonathan. For me, the first time now. There you go. That's very true. Last time. Have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Alicia. It was really great to see you in the chat again. I know, Jonathan. I know some people are happy that Bella's back. I don't know. I guess for me, I haven't watched the show that long, so like, I'm not like super giddy about like Belle being back. I'm like, hmm, okay. Charlene says Rick and Bridget are real foresters and could come back and take over the first creations and kick Ridge and Steffi to the curb. If only though, right, Charlene? But of course, you know that Bridget is a doctor, and Rick. Okay, well, I have no idea what the hell is Rick's doing. Maybe Rick can do it. I don't think that Bridget would decide to leave her career as a doctor to sit there and run but theoretically, you are correct, Charlene. Are correct. Then, yes, I do second the One Life Love. Despite what DC, despite what DC always says, I did used to love One Life Love. Oh, it was my first soap opera. It was pretty much the gateway blank. Tommy says Lily can go away to Cole. Oh, to Bo and the Beautiful. Tommy, the way she was sitting there giving Billy such attitude and acted so like arrogant, that shit was pretty annoying. Honestly, Tommy, honestly, tell you the truth, if I was Billy, I would just quit. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit there and deal with this. I'm not because honestly, tell you the truth, why should he have to sit there and kiss a woman's ass who tried to backstab him and tried to get him kicked out the company? Just because mommy Darius is all like, oh well, you gotta sit there and make up with Lily. The hell I don't. Let somebody else run that shit. Like, if that's the case, you know what? Let Lily run it. Because like it's so degrading in a sense that you have to sit there and play kiss ass to a woman who's going to do the exact same thing to him, and she comes in with this entitled attitude. This is my issue with Lily. Lily tries to act like she's the smartest person in the room, has no problem doing dirt to other people, but the minute that shit gets done to her, then she acts all shocked and surprised, calling what Billy did personal. Yeah, because when you fired Daniel, that was personal. Curly says, so what will Lily do now? She knows Victor's plan. Will she tell Billy and make a plan? Hope she will. If she can't sit there and get out of her own way. Lastly says, want to live coming back. Want to live coming back. I would love to see that. I used to watch the clips and episodes from 2009 on my grandpa's computer. Yeah, last day that show was something else. He had this huge affection, this huge attraction for Nora Buchanan. I didn't see it, but Colin saw it, Bo saw it, and well, a bunch of and I think Sam also saw it too. Like Sam used to be into Nora. Yeah, Tommy, she is. She is. But she's more than that though. She just I don't know. Oh, okay, last day. So you pretty much kind of hopped onto that when um, hmm. Have a good night, Sean. Yeah, last day, like I said, One Life to Live was an interesting soap opera. It was a very interesting soap opera. You had Nikki that used to be mean Vicky that used to sit there and be Nikki. You had the original Todd. Yeah, it makes sense last time. It's weird though, because like I stopped watching and then like years later they decide to cancel it. Tommy says Devon's not can Devon not hire Lily back? Well, the thing is, Tommy, she can't even. She seemed like she can't even sit there and be mature enough to go to his wedding without having a scene. Exactly, Jonathan, the original cult leader before we had the dollar version, which was known as Shiloh. Um, Jonathan, you know what I'm curious about though? Like, the different actors and what they're doing now. Melissa Archibald. Um, I forgot what character she played, aka the messenger. Jonathan, who is the character that Melissa Archibald played? Tommy says Lily went to the shoe spoiler pictures. Really? Hmm. Natalie, thank you. I gotta find out what she's doing, Jonathan. Like I said, it was this other show that the actress that plays Nora is on currently. Juanita says she feels like she is entitled. Have a good night. Yes. Have a good night, Juanita. It was really great to see you, and I hope you have a speedy recovery. Have a night, cherry ice cream. It was really great to see you as always. She was on Days at one point. Oh, I gotta find out what this chick is doing now. No, because like I said, the actress that played Nora Buchanan, she was actually recently on another soap opera. This was like a soap opera people haven't heard of, and I talked about it in one of my live streams, and I can't think of it now, so I'm gonna have to probably try to find it again. Yeah, that's right. Jess and Tess, after got canceled days, did a storyline that and GH did a storyline like that. Jonathan, I swear, you find ways to impress me every day. Thank you, Jonathan. How did you know that? Hmm. Oof, wow, that has that 90s music too. Jesus Christ. No, seriously though, swear, Jonathan, you managed to impress me every. Johnson says I've seen it several days actors were on it. I know, but like, oh, well, like I said, Jonathan, you always found a way to just impress the living shit out of me. So Daniel said GH was the best, more like live characters in the line. You know, it's funny, Daniel. I've heard from well, I think it was I did like when the more like live characters was on. I remember when Dion, I think in his last stream or whatever, he was like he really didn't like the more like live characters being on there, and I didn't really understand why, but I know how he's very pro GH compared to the other soap operas. So it is what it is, but that was good though, Jonathan. I mean, I was kind of talking about a lot of different series. The fact that you like that on it, shit. You're good, Jonathan. Oh, Daniel, that damn lawsuit, all right. Yeah, that was something else, I'll tell you that much. All right, I'm going to set the end of the stream here, though. I do want to thank everyone for joining, though. I think we kind of got through pretty much everything. There's also another online so called the. Oh no, Jonathan, I know about the Bay because it's actually on Peacock. So I do know about that one. But the Venice series, shit, that was impressive. But anyway, I'm gonna set the end of the stream here. I do want to thank everyone for joining. Now, this was actually a lot of fun, as always. Y'all, everyone here is what make these streams so popular and so fun. So, hats off to y'all. I am just a host. Jonathan says, join us next time for another edition of Soul Child with Abba Bostic. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Have a good night, Queen Cat Lady. And yes, Tommy, I do agree. Sharon needs to be under the goddamn jail. Absolutely, Tommy. Johnson says, good night, everyone. Yes, good night, everyone. Hit the like button because it does help, and other people will sit there and watch it later on. Hey, Opera Doc. Sorry, I'm just there closing out the stream for tonight. Damn, it's been a minute since I've seen you in these. Okay, have a good night. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Have a good night, Queen Cat Lady. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Jonathan. And anybody else? Have a good night, Lakeisha and Siren. Orthodox says Michael is less wrong than Willow. I don't know how you got to that conclusion, but um, if my live stream next time, then we'll definitely sit there and talk about that theory. That'd be a good topic for the next time. We'll talk about that. I'll make sure I pin that. I'll make sure I'll sit there and write that. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. Good pick. Cat Lady always finds ways to leave me speechless. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I will sit there and see you in the next live stream. I know you did not. Okay. All right. I'll sit there and say, so I'm going to take a sip. This is still Cat Lady's fault, by the way, if I get a hangover. In the next stream, I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy um trying to pick apart why Cat Lady is on Team Michael when both of them have cheated. Both of them are equal when it comes towards cheating. But gorgeous Queen Cat Lady is still picking a side, which they're both shitty for what they did. So I'm gonna have a very fun. I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy myself trying to pick apart while Cat Lady, I'm sorry, Bad Kitty is Team Michael. I just want to highlight that because that's going to be the end when they see the when they you see how it leaves. That's going to be the screenshot right there. There you go, kindly. There you go. That's perfect right there. Yeah, that's good. This is what people are going to sit there and see when they tune in next time. Laters.